Knowledge is the power, we control the tower, and rival Elizabeth Crown, yeah. Things will be better, up, Mr. Step or elevator, no matter what the time or the weather. Fly with the eagle, then we sing like a bird, yeah.
Welcome back, PES fans, to another 2014 World Cup Roundup. Neymar, Bonnie, Dempsey and Kurtikov, the highest scoring players so far. A huge thank you, big shout out to our first ever Patreon, Matt Lackabone. And if I didn't pronounce that right, then I'm sorry. Then it won't be the first mispronunciation on this channel. And if you want to join Matt in supporting the channel and enjoying the perks of the membership, such as requesting a video or a series, the link is in the description below. Your support means all the world. The sun is setting in Fortaleza, may even be symbolically setting over Mexico's time here in the World Cup. Should the Mexicans lose to heavy favourites and hosts Brazil, they are out of the World Cup. And if the Seleção get their samba rhythm going, then El Tri could be in real trouble. Mexico having real trouble taking out the trash. The bad smell is still lingering for the Mexicans. Gustavo! And the shot was dulled on the way through. Cuadrado, cross block, they're going to get another chance with Dos Santos. And Hernandez fails to make a productive assault on Julio Cesar. Neymar, wonderfully found to Marcelo. Takes the chance at the near post. Here's Marcelo. Neymar demanding to be released. And he is! Here comes the blonde Brazilian, Neymar! Superb save from Ochoa. Well, that shot was orbiting around Ochoa. If he doesn't stretch for dear life, that's a goal. One thing you can say for the Mexicans, they're always spoilt for choice for the man between the sticks. Play carries on. Marcelo is wiped out. Oscar. Lands to Fred. Nothing to worry about. Aguila being stalked by Marcelo. Slams on the brakes and gets the ball in. Dos Santos squats over the table at the Brazilian buffet and leaves a big deposit. That will spoil the party. Mexico lead the hosts here in Fortaleza. The Mexican midget has just pushed Brazil into a mighty muddy puddle. The underdogs are in front and they're alive. Marcelo, plenty of space. Whips one in. Neymar! Oh my God, he cancels out the Mexican application for the second round. Third goal in 2 games for superstar Neymar. He's actually scored all of Brazil's goals so far. Don't sweat the technique though. On the half volley, with the left foot, top corner. It literally bounces just before the pivotal strike. A bounce that will deceive the best strikers in the world, but not Neymar. Javier Hernandez doesn't quite retreat. Now Dos Santos. Oh, and there's another spine-shattering warning as it cracks the ring post. Gustavo. Oscar. The crowd heckling for him to shoot. But the suppressor is applied. No noise here in the stadium. Neymar, he's through. Just Neymar. Oh, maybe he took that too early. Made it too comfortable for Ochoa. Hulk backpedals a bit and swings one in. Neymar. To quote Hall & Oates, can't go for that. Cuadrado just squeezes it through to Dos Santos, and here's a chance for Mexico. Hernandez! Oh, and the Mexicans are furious. Is this a penalty? Cesar doesn't quite deal with it. Hernandez literally has a second chance to tap this in, and he's brought down before he even gets a say in this circumstance. And the 1-2 pass back to Hulk. He drills it into the palms of Ochoa. Well, Hulk deserved to do better. It was a great move. But he went for power over placement. Paulinho stalking Rodriguez. He cuts inside, gets the ball in. Hernandez takes a whiff at it on the volley. Hulk taking the run up with a powerful punch. But yet again, Ochoa has his number, doesn't even flinch. Vasquez. Wonderfully released to Peralta. It's gone in! They've all missed it! But Dos Santos will claim it! Giovanni Dos Santos retakes his throne as the Brazilian nightmare recurs in Fortaleza. Peralta and his troublesome ball in. It's like a little Renaissance painting. 3 players all going for the same ball. And this Russian roulette, or should I say Mexican roulette, who gets there first? Mexico turning Group A upside down. As Brazil are trying to react. It's Marcelo. Ramirez. Ramirez brought down by Salcedo. Here comes the yellow onslaught. Fred has found Neymar. It's Neymar. He shoots. Goal! And it's all level here once again. Deja vu. The only 2 strikers on the score sheet, Dos Santos and Neymar. Both teams are going toe to toe. Fantastic finish. You've got to have all the confidence in the world to drill it past Ochoa from the tightening angle. Ramirez, Oscar, Neymar is through once again. Mexico are falling apart at the back. Perhaps Neymar under the pressure of a hat-trick. Ramirez trying to make these 3 minutes last as long as he can because Oscar nearly flicks it in. Would have been a worthy match winner to a dramatic opening to match day 2. Incredible game, neither team going home just yet. We are in the Amazonas, the capital city of Manaus, and Croatia could be stranded in the jungle if they lose to Cameroon here tonight. If the 2018 finalists lose here to the Lions of Cameroon, they are out of the World Cup. Bryanart, that's a wonderful cross, tons of swerve. Even deceived their own striker, Mandzukic. Olic is bullied off by Chapa mounting. And Jaguars gave it straight back to Olic. He may live to regret that because Mandzukic has played it back into the middle to Samir. The Brazilian-born playmaker scores the opener. In Brazil, it's Samir who punctuates Croatia's punishment of Cameroon squandering their possession. Unselfish cutback from Mandzukic to Samir. And it's a failure from the keeper to keep it out. Eto cuts inside for Luca. Makanjo, sweet save from Costa. And he slips on the follow-up. Well, an attacker with better balance and tighter nerve will convert this rebound. Mario Mandzukic going a long way round. Mandzukic! Well, he actually went for glory himself. Could things have been a little different had he gone for the cross to an unmarked Samir. Mandzukic is alone. Samir! Well, the element of surprise sent Hitanje flying through the sky. Just 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Mandzukic. Wonderful pass to Olic. Now Olic gets the ball in. Mandzukic. It's against a brick wall as Hitanje comes down and closes that one down. Eno switches the play to Shaka mounting. The Cameroonians are mounting. Gets another attempt with the ball in. And a strike, a nice back heel to Modric. Oh, look at Modric. Would have been a blinding goal if not for Hitanje to inconvenience the Croatians. Eto has a lingo in his sights. It's a nice powerful header. Edgar Sally, 1 goal to his name. Eto makes the connection. But Costa is Croatia's firewall. Nothing's getting through so far. Oh, spoke too soon! Fabrice Salinga has equalised for the Lions. It seemed like Cameroon's luck is running out. Initially, great goalkeeping from Costa. And it's just lumped in there yet again. And it lands perfectly at the feet of Salinga. Crummy defending from Croatia. Eduardo. Samir. Eduardo's carried on the run. He's got it back. Oh, he perfectly curls it around the keeper. An emotional goal for Eduardo da Silva. A man whose career was on the brink of termination due to a broken leg a few years ago. A man who would be forgiven for thinking his international career was over. But look at this, what a moment for Croatia. Well, the Croatians survive and then some. Group A will go down to the wire. It's not always easy being the world champions. Spain couldn't beat the Dutch the same way they did 4 years ago. And now they must try and progress against a tricky Chile side, who experienced a stalemate of their own against Australia. The group of death is currently the group of purgatory. As Blaqueta's cross punched away by Claudia Bravo. Waits for a second one and that's overhit. Spain will be keen to return here to the Maracanã for their second World Cup final in a row, but they've got to get past Chile first. As Blaqueta gets through the legs of Marcelo Diaz. And that could have been humiliating. Wonderful skill from the fullback. Embracing Jogo Bonito here in Brazil. Xabi Alonso spreads the play out to Andres Iniesta. Whips one in. It's knocked back in for Silva. Best chance so far for Spain, but David Silva even takes this too prematurely. Vargas gets to return on the 1-2 from Valdivia. That's cleared away. Arangay. Diaz, shot blocked by Ramos. And neither keeper or Sanchez can get there. Alexis Sanchez. He's like a rabbit across a minefield, jumping over all of the Spanish bombs. And Valdivia couldn't plant the flag. But it's Alexis Sanchez giving the world a taste of what he's all about. Corner kick from Xavi. Oh, it lands in the lap of a couple of the Spanish players, but neither of them want it. Costa, Busquets, Silva, and now the close quarter Spanish play is coming to fruition. It's a save, but I'm not sure how much of it was intended until it struck the thumb of Claudia Bravo. Xavi with a telepathic pass back to Iniesta. Costa misses. Valdivia breaks. And Sanchez is bursting down the middle by himself. Ramos can't play him offside. Sanchez rolls it past Casillas. And Chile take the lead over the world champions. Alexis Sanchez cherry knocking on the doors of the Spanish. And Arsene Wenger's eyebrows prop up. Because Alexis Sanchez has just scored against the country of his employment. Casillas nearly ends the striker's career with the studs to the knees, but he runs it off. And he's lucky to escape the card the same colour as his armband. Now Spain have a kick up the backside. Iniesta fires away as he's brought down. Spain coming forward. And is countered with a mini counter. Bijajor. Iniesta. Costa, Busquets. Silva had a ton of space, but he'd get there to him in the end. David Silva, a low ball across the face of goal. Just over and outplayed as he finds Iniesta. Costa leaves it for Torres, who snuffs it. Silva out wide to Torres. He's being pushed further and further away from the docks, back to Azpilicueta. Oh, Costa! David Silva Time is wearing thin now. Here's Diego Costa. Got to go for it by himself. Brilliant save from Bravo. It's Chile's win to lose. Here's Isla. And Bizarre so close to sealing the victory for Chile. Spain are looking like they're running out of ingredients. Oh, Costa could have scored at least 3 goals. And now El Nino can break away. Does he have the pace to escape Isla? Torres has to take the gamble and Pedro can't get there fast enough to follow up. Arguably the first upset of the World Cup, Chile have beaten the world champions. While I'm sure the Dutch enjoyed Spain's humble defeat by Chile, they have to focus on the task at hand. The Socceroos capable of springing surprises themselves. No team is safe in the group of death. Australia have only reached the second round once in their history in 2006 and they're keen to repeat that here in Brazil. Iron Robin holding up the ball, waiting for the support of Bryanart. Crosses it in, Van Persie! It's a flying start thanks to the Flying Dutchman, Robin Van Persie. Holland's leader sends them into the lead. 8 minutes on the clock, and there's a simple training ground overlap. Yet the Socceroos were frozen in confusion. McKay doesn't want to go for it by himself. Cahill returns it to McKay. Good save from Silerson. Maybe his goalkeeping coach was a lady. His open legs could have been fatal there. Schneider takes a knock, but he stays down. And that is worrying scenes if you wear an orange shirt. If one of the biggest spokes on your wheel gets bent, the whole bike's in trouble. Tommy Orr for Australia. Well, it's not bad if he makes it and leaves the ground, but it's not good enough. Robin hits the wall on the way through, and that nearly awkwardly bounces into the goal. And that one nearly embarrassed Ryan. De Jong has put Van Persie with a free shot to the face of the Australians. Saved at the near post. Van Persie. Janmaat. Corner kick as it was pushed away by Ryan. The provider almost turned goal scorer. Wesley Sneijder's corner. There's number 2. Same player, 2 goals from the same body part. And the Netherlands made top Group B due to goal difference. And look at this, Robin Van Persie threading this through the eye of a needle between the defender and the goalkeeper. Schneider takes it into touch, fires the cannon, and it's tipped up in the sky by Matthew Ryan. That's why you want Wesley Sneijder playing. You'd hate to see him leave this World Cup due to injury. Robertson's got around Davidson. Robinson wiped out by Wright. De Guzman. Sneijder lays it off to Robin. Well, he tried to elegantly pass it into the bottom right. Robin is able to cut inside. He lets fly. Doing everything he can to join the other Robin on the score sheet. This is where Iron Robin is a real bugger when he cuts inside and curls with the left foot. Cahill to provide damage control for the Australians. And he just overdoes it, steers too much to the left. Player of his class should be scoring on this stage. It's a good touch from Kaut, takes it away from Davidson. Another brilliant save from Ryan. And thanks to RVP, the Dutch are top of Group B. Colombia's vacation in the Group of Life could experience a premature death as they take on group leaders Ivory Coast. The Elephants can qualify for the knockout stages with a victory over Los Cafeteros. Check Chiote was sticking his toes in the Colombian waters. The captain Yaya Toure bulldozing through like an elephant himself. Wilfred Bonny, the Ivory Coast top scorer in the competition so far, nearly gets another. Unsuccessful defending from Guarin. It's Carlo at the far post. Pressure still on from the Ivory Coast. Bonny! Again, it's scrapped away by Espina. Gutierrez skipping over a couple of stones to reach a Barrow. Rodriguez has finally granted Colombia an opening goal. That would be if the flag stays down. Offside for James Rodriguez. Warren with the lazy pass. Could be punished as Gervinho finds Bonny. Can't wrap it around the keeper's post. Solomon Kali's back heel backfired. Guarin is still being bullied around by the Ivory Coast attackers. Bonny! He's just handed Colombia their eviction notice from the World Cup. Goal number 3 for Wilfred Bonny. What a tournament he's having. 3 goals in 2 games. Bonny with his arms outstretched. Pass it here, mate. Bonny going for his space. Oh, you can feel it. Once you start scoring, you don't stop. Gutierrez goes backwards to Amaro. There's the return. Amaro takes a strike. And Colombia lift their head from the waters. Now, did Amaro have unbridled power? Or did Boubacar Barry have floppy hands? I think we've seen better hands on the grandfather clock. What was all that about? You just rubber banded your team. Obier. Torre. And now Bonny fires his team back in front. Order restored for the Ivory Coast. And who else will it be? Who better than Bonny? Sharp, simple play from the Ivory Coast. Guarin linking up with Cuadrado. Much better save from Barry. It's lumped in by Cuadrado. Martinez! And Colombia once again reset the scoreline. FC Porto's Jackson Martinez grabs his first World Cup goal. A searing cross from Juan Cuadrado finds the forehead of Jackson Martinez. That's a burial. Gervinho wiped out by Christian Zapata. Gervinho is down and Zapata is gone. And he will miss Colombia's final group stage game. And if Colombia lose either of those 2 games, then Zapata may never play in this World Cup again. Boca. Oh, and they've stolen it from the free kick, from the red card. Well, that'll rub salt in the wounds of the Colombians. Christian Zapata sent off, and Sol Bamba destroys the souls of the Colombians from the subsequent goal. Ziote. Kalou almost hammers the final nail into the Colombian coffin. Vieira into the mix-up. Gervinho, now Yaya Toure. One last hurrah for the Ivory Coast. And the Elephants are looking incredibly strong. They're trampling all over Colombia. Only the Greeks remain in the campaign for first place in Group C. Colombia are the first fatality at the World Cup, and they have died in the group of life. Well, with only 1 win under their belt so far, perhaps it's too early to declare Greece back to their former great selves. But considering Japan have been softened up by the Ivory Coast, and Greece being the physically larger side, the advantage is in their favour. If Japan lose, they go home alongside Colombia. Samaras plants that family for Maniatis. And Japan's defenders are allergic to the ball. Georgios Maniatis with a rapid-fire start for Greece. It's Greece 1, Japan 0 in Natal. Maybe the defenders thought they were still having a pre-match warm-up. It would be great movement from Nagatomo if he was carrying the ball. Here comes Samaras. Endo trying to chase the giant down. Samaras has found Mitroglou. Mitroglou! Something tells me it could be a long night for Japan. Costa Mitroglou is growing the Greeks' economy in the goal difference department. Silky smooth finish from the Fulham forward. Osako to Honda. You'd be hard pressed to find a Japanese player who can hit them as hard as Honda. Samaras disorientating Endo. Katsuranis into Mitroglou. And Kawashima fails to see the point in getting your kit dirty. It's all over for Japan and there's still 45 minutes to spare. Greece are playing like gods, Greek gods. Georgiades gets the throw from Fetfasidis. Mitroglou gets the hat-trick. And it's the first one of the 2014 World Cup. And how many people would have predicted that Costas Mitroglou will be the first player to accomplish that honour? He's found Fetfasidis. Could be 5. Greece are flying into the second round. And as it stands, they'll be doing so at very high altitude. That's a goal difference to make the Ivory Coast sweat a little bit. And they're yet to concede a goal. Now Greece attempted to counter. Play too short from Fetfasidis. Kagawa. Honda Osako. There we go. No clean sheet for Greece. And Japan have something to show their World Cup participation for. Yuya Osako punctuates a wonderful move from Japan. Too little too late though. Wonderful passing rhythm from Japan. And the Samurais have a second. And it's Nagatomo. Well, the man who had all the Japanese fingers pointing at him for that first goal may have just redeemed himself a little bit. But the grave is still too deep for Japan here in the group of life. Uchida. That's found straight to Honda! Nothing to lose by buying a ticket for the long-range lottery. Well, Kiyotake literally had that pass written across his forehead, and the Greeks have read it. Fetfasidis is about to get his brace. Goes around the keeper, and it's a conversion. 6 goals for Greece against Japan's meager 2. Absolutely sensational. Well, Greece and Ivory Coast spots in the second round are secured. Costa Rica made easy work of Uruguay, and if they can dispatch the former world champions Italy, then they will stun the world just as they did in the real thing, and leapfrog Italy and England into the second round. Italy can't afford a second World Cup in a row of mediocrity. Pirlo lines it up for Candreva. Shot blocked, corner kick. Girossi. Pirlo reads the run of Candreva. This time, second chance for Antonio Candreva, and he takes it. The Azzurri take the lead over Costa Rica. Cool-headed Candreva. It's given Italy a little bit of relief. They finally found a breakthrough just over 25 minutes. Doesn't sweat the presence of Keylor Navas. It's Tejeda. Brought down by De Rossi. Yellow card for the Roma captain. Or should I say vice captain. Reckless challenge. Here comes Oscar Duarte. Chiellini fumbles it. And Joel Campbell giving Buffon a taste of that Costa Rican coffee. De Rossi might see the dreaded colour, red. Daniel De Rossi sent off for 2 clumsy challenges. Azzurri's lead might come under threat now, because Italy will have to defend it with 10 men. Can Ruiz recreate his set piece against Uruguay? No, he can't. Joel Campbell is through. Chiellini is fearing touching him on Bolaños. Ruiz squares it to Borges. Bolaños is deflected away. Diaz. Oh, Buffon has dropped it. For the thirsty horse to drink from the puddle, it's Brian Ruiz. Second World Cup goal for Fulham's new hero. It's a furious strike from Diaz. And even veterans make mistakes. Buffon with a careless spill to the studs of Luis. Another set piece for Ruiz. Ryan Ruiz. Oh, it's well caught by Buffon. Balotelli cut out by Duarte. Duarte has his back though. Bushilio. Over the top, that's a wonderful pass to Balotelli. And he just rolls it under the body of Keylor Navas. Italy back in front. Super Mario nonchalantly walks away from what could be the match-winning goal for Italy. Once famously said, postmen don't celebrate when they post letters. So why should Mario Balotelli celebrate when he scores goals? Verratti's been a little firecracker since coming on. Look at those little legs go! Marco Verratti! Luis to Muri. And Costa Rica in a second away from equalising, but Ruiz can't reach it! And it's cleared off the line by Barzagli. Almost another unfavourable save from Buffon. And Ruiz takes it too early and misses it completely. And I do beg your pardon, it's actually Pirlo who clears it off the line. It's hurled into the 6-yard box. Muri gets round and he's offside. Can't take your eye off Costa Rica for 1 second. They aren't going down without a fight, and Italy still have 10 men. Luis's pass cuts out. Borges! That's a thunder strike. We've deadened a few nerves in Buffon's gloves. Just over 20 minutes remaining. Corner kick to Costa Rica. And it's in! David Muri finally gets his goal. No way of ruling that one out. No grey area with his volley. Abate. Candreva. Does he have the pace to get away from Duarte? But he doesn't. Shares with Immobile. Pushed away by Keylor Navas. Ciro Immobile firing a dart. It is a bullseye, but the wrong kind. Here comes Italy again. You wouldn't think they were playing with 10 men. Fearless in attack. Verratti's strike plucked up the sky. Gonzalez penalised for this foul on Verratti. Now it's time to work in magic. Pirlo off the post. And Italy are denied their viral match-winning moment. 3 minutes to be added on. Immobile. Verratti! Now we roll the credits for the Italian job. It's a last-minute heist from Marco Verratti. It all comes full circle for Italy. They finished the game as they began it, with the lead over Costa Rica. It's the micro weapon, Marco Verratti. Smallest man on the pitch, the biggest moment in the game. Italy steal a last-minute win to put them on course for the knockout stages. Uruguay has won the World Cup more times than England, and even reached the semi-finals of the previous World Cup. So despite their rocky start against Costa Rica, Uruguay are not a team that the Three Lions should be underestimating. Especially one with a deadly duo of Cavani and Suarez up front. Both countries fighting for an authoritative position in Group D here in Sao Paulo. Good footwork from Welbeck. He finds Sterling. Nothing worth mentioning, maybe nerves. Welbeck returns it to Henderson. Searching long for Daniel Sturridge. Well, he was offside, but he gave Muslera a little bit of a fright. Ladero. Spidey senses tingling because he found Cavani. Turning Cahill inside out. I think he's dragged it too far wide. Gonzalez rescues it. And just when it seemed like Edison Cavani was running out of road, he does a U-turn and flags down Alvaro Gonzalez to take Uruguay to their destination. Simplest cut back in the book. Rooney. And Sterling is free. He has the whole right flank to himself. Pereira's trying to close the gap. Rooney finishes what he started. It's his second goal in as many games. And Wayne Rooney wouldn't get his first ever World Cup goal until he met Uruguay in 2014. But But in our World Cup, it's less surprising. Wayne Rooney gets his second. He's a real force on these games. But it's a cutback mirroring Edison Cavani and Gonzalez link up moments earlier. Ladero swings in the cross to Cavani. Stalemate between him and Jagielka. Caceres, that's a whip-in indeed. Punched away by Joe Hart. Cleared away from the clutches of Ladero. Sterling. Rooney cuts inside. Oh! Phenomenal! Wayne Rooney owning the pitch here at Sao Paulo. England take the lead for the first time in the World Cup. And what a way to assert your dominance on the game. That is a thunderstrike from Wayne Rooney. Even if Muslera was sitting on top of the crossbar, he's still not keeping that out of the top corner. Henderson, Sterling. Oh, nice triangular passing from England. Raheem Sterling gets his first World Cup goal in his first World Cup. And yes, Muslera has two hands like two soggy floppy slices of bread. England usually play a 2 pints of lager type of football, but this is champagne football. Beautiful interplay. Suarez unleashing the skill of Ramirez. It's kept out in the near post, only just. That was low and treacherous for Joe Hart. Alvaro Rios beats Gerard to it. Cavani brings one back. It's a pearl of a finish. Edison Cavani yet again being drafted to rescue Uruguay's hopes. England's defence was absent. God, I love the way he opens his body up in the spin on this. Fabulous. Just over an hour played and we've had 5 thrilling goals and Welbeck is keeping the show going. Hernandez finds Gaston Ramirez. Cavani punished for delaying his flight. Perfectly weighted pass from Gerrard to Rooney. He's on his hat-trick. And he's pushed out of the boundaries by Lugano. Malo Pereira is summoned in. It's been helped on and Cavani buries it. Scoreline restarted here in Sao Paulo. And just like Wayne Rooney, it's Edison Cavani's third goal in 2 games. But even more shambolically, England have thrown away a pretty comfortable lead. A 2-goal lead, demolished by one man, Edison Cavani. And England's first World Cup win is postponed by Uruguay. The last time France and Switzerland faced off in the World Cup was 2006. An uninspiring goalless draw seemed to set France up for mediocrity. Ben Zidane turned on the magic and they made it to the final. And that was with an ageing French team. This is a new, young generation of hungry, fast talent. Whilst many of the Swiss players have become veterans since then, they will certainly have their hands full as they try and prevent this golden generation of French players qualifying at their expense. Xhaka slams on the brakes, cuts inside. He tries to whip one around Lloris. Rafael Varane providing enough of a diversion to disrupt Xhaka's plans. Liechtenstein, Shaqiri's calling for it down the line. Scored the fastest goal of the World Cup so far. And Seferovic, rather than attacking the ball, just cushions the blow for Lloris. It's free to Benzema. Works his way on the inside of Liechtenstein and it takes a deflection and Benaglio saves the day. Well, that would have been a freak of a goal. Giroud makes it to Benzema. Liechtenstein fails at the interception. And Giroud tries to follow up, sends it back into the mix but nobody is home. Pogba from range and is parried away by Benaglio. The pressure is off. Early crossing to Debussy, only Giroud in there. That's all he needed. Evra keeps the advantage going. Giroud! Giroud is trying to keep up and Giroud can't keep it down. Impressive game here in Giroud's first World Cup start. It's held forward by Xhaka. Giroud is trying to stick his nose into the conversation. Giroud coming back on himself. It's a dodgy cross, but Cabaye tries to make the most of it. 7 shots on goal from France, they've dominated. They just don't have the figures to show for it. Steiner sends Cabaye packing, makes a cross. Seferovic tries to hover on with the overhead kick. Benzema as the makeshift winger once again. Pogba takes it on the chest and it bounces just in front of Benaglio. Valbuena tucks their shirts into their trousers. He tidies up the scraps for the French. It's taken an hour for the breakthrough for the Blues. Pogba doesn't catch this volley cleanly, but the way the strike bobbles, it disorientates Benaglio. If only he could have got this further away from the danger area. Precision from Valbuena. Shaqiri. Steiner helps it on, and there's pandemonium in the penalty area. Pogba bursting now for the middle. Pogba helps it on to Benzema. Great save. Cabaye swings it in. Pogba on the volley, and it's rising out of the stadium and onto the streets of Salvador. Mabuba. Giroud. Griezmann is well away. Antoine Griezmann to get his second goal of the World Cup. And he just overdoes it to the left. France get one more, they can secure qualification to the round of 16. They would have had several goals by now. Tricky technique for Giroud, all things considered. Shaqiri. It's back to Steiner. Seferovic is there off the crossbar. But the flag has gone up. And Les Blues have their blushes spared. Good call from the ref. A whole yard offside. Well, the French plan is in motion. They qualify for the knockout stages. Ecuador versus Honduras, live from Curitiba. Only one spot left for the second round, up for grabs. Honduras will be fighting for survival more than anything. Ecuador haven't reached the knockout stages since 2006, in which they were eliminated by a free kick by a certain David Beckham. You may have heard of him. Searching ball from Garcia to find Bengston. Espinosa. Try being flashy with a volley. Valencia intercepted by Garrido. Now Jerry Bengston. Bengston! Oh, pulls it wide. A lot of Honduras' hopes will be on that young forward. Caicedo. Valencia. Gets a second chance at life. Antonio Valencia. Castillo gets the cross in though. Caicedo tries to bring it under control with his head and tries to finish with the skull. Would have been a nice goal. 30 minutes played. Valencia to the other Valencia. And it's pushed away. 7 minutes left of the first half. Either side would love a goal now, especially the Hondurans. Costly has granted them a lead late in the first half. Honduras are dreaming. The World Cup minnows have the lead over Ecuador. This is what happens when Ecuadorian defenders are so bunched up. It literally gives Carlo Costly a rifle and a barrel of fish. Caicedo. Montero, the Brazilians pays off! It's the winging whiz kid, Jefferson Montero, who cancels out Honduras' euphoric lead just before the break. Juan Pablo Montes' bootlaces seem to be tied together. Before he realised what went wrong, Montero had it in the back of the net. Delgado, that's a low, confusing ball in. Costly, shimmies just enough for Mendes to be left in no man's land. Jerry Bengston fires it straight at the keeper. One-on-one with Dominguez, is quick to come off the goal line. Valencia sets it up nicely for Caicedo. He's got the pace to get there before Fernandez. Caicedo gets something on it. Not a corner though. 11 minutes left to play. Honduras are hanging on for dear life. Caicedo nearly tries to pull the life support off. Ecuador really don't want to be drawing with arguably weaker opposition than the Swiss. Montero. Mendes gives it back to Jefferson Montero. Ibarra! Ecuador look like they're running out of ideas. Ratza, I'm not sure what he was thinking, but here's a chance for Honduras to steal it. Delgado, Bengston, Palacios. What a save from Dominguez. 3 more minutes for Honduras to hold on before they take on Switzerland. But Montero has opened up. Oh, and he's done it. Jefferson Montero. Ecuador's magic midget pulls a rabbit out of the hat. He saws Honduras in half and isn't interested in putting them back together. It's the way the run continues into the penalty area. And this finish curls it around the keeper like a pro. And that gives Ecuador a bit of leverage as they head into their game against France in the final group stage encounter. Sadly for Honduras, they are out of the World Cup. Argentina don't always do World Cups the easy way. But thanks to Fernando Ruben Gago's last-minute scramble against Bosnia and Herzegovina, life might be a bit easier for them in Monero as they take on Iran, who actually enjoyed their first World Cup win since 1998. So, with both group leaders head-to-head, something's got to give. Higuain cuts to the chase, gets it to the feet of Messi. Well, it was accurate if the keeper is what he's aiming at. The ball is just too close to Messi's feet for him to wrap it around Higuain successfully. Messi. Mascherano. Aguero. Messi. Higuain. Argentina. Still trying to find their rhythm. Higuain from range. So far more control than what they had against Bosnia and Herzegovina. Messi finds Aguero. Gives it back to the captain. And once again, Higuain isn't going to take this lying down. Going to give Lionel Messi a real challenge. Messi's corner. Get another chance. Sends one in. He's cut out at the near post. Second attempt. It's deeper this time. Tipped over by the keeper. Di Maria. Aguero goes a long way round. Gets there eventually. Oh, and he still can't bend it around. Higuain does well to readjust his footing and makes it there before Sadeghi realises what's happening. Well, it's actually a poor finish from Aguero. Zabaleta. Higuain. Messi. Shoots! With the right boot! Well, if the left foot doesn't work, you go with whatever feels right. And in this case, the not so good right foot of Lionel Messi. If there is such a thing. It's a combination of leadership, audacity, and just a gentle stroke of luck. Messi taking fate into his own hands. It's taken 40 minutes, but Lionel Messi has finally beaten Higuain. Nekanam, last chance to the first half. And it screeches past Argentina's goal. Corner for Messi. Di Maria tries to knock it on, but Aguero. Classic goal poaching from Kun Aguero. First goal of 2014 for him. The Manchester City legend finally makes Argentina comfortable. Messi, surrounded by red shirts, has to go for it by himself. Once again, it's with the right foot. Rica beats Gravai. Oh, Iran so close to a consolation. Belia. Messi. Higuain's putting in a shift all right. He is defiant of Lionel Messi's domination. Still 10 minutes to go. Can Iran pull something back? It's been glanced on in Romani. I think he just lets it hit him in the face. Didn't have a lot of agency over the control of this header. Well, it doesn't matter how, but Argentina have done it. They have qualified for the knockout stages. Bosnia and Herzegovina certainly showed World Cup spirit against the Argentines in their debut. But it's ride or die for the Balkans or the Nigerians. If either side loses, they are out of the World Cup. Bryanart and Wingy, both running into each other, trying to accomplish the same thing. And now Bosnia are going to take advantage of the confusion. Mohamed Basic has set the record for the new fastest goal of the 2014 World Cup. Just over a minute. And Nigeria barely got their whiff of the ball. They'll be in more trouble here. Yobo can't clear. And Pjanic! And that may set Bosnia and Herzegovina up for the rest of the game. 5 minutes played and it's a horror show for the Nigerians. Ambrose. It's the first time Nigeria have left their half. Knocks it down to a Nazi. Not a bad effort. Pjanic is released. Dzeko. Can Bosnia get a third? Not quite. Free kick opportunity for Bosnia and Herzegovina. Lolic, what the hell? The Balkans have sunk Nigeria's battleship with a torpedo. Senad Lolic with a knuckleball that for some reason Enyema couldn't figure out. Maybe the keeper's experiencing double vision or something. Odin Wingy. MNMK keeps hold of the ball. It's still MNMK. That sums up Nigeria's World Cup. Amiobi wins it for Ahmed Musa. Amiobi. And there we go, Nigeria have a goal. It's the substitute Shola Amiobi. Newcastle fans will remember him well. Bosnia a quartel against the run of play. Excellent finish from the substitute. Can Lolic make it 2 goals from 2 free kicks? Less clinical from closer range. Musa sends it in. And misses Amiobi. Babatunde. Amiobi gets a second. And now it's game on here. In Cueva, it seemed like Bosnia had signalled the death knell for the Nigerians. But incredibly, the Super Eagles have pulled it back. It's found the feet of Musa to equalise. Great save from Begovic. Victor Moses sprinting into the penalty area. And MNMK might do himself an injury stretching like that. Salihowicz. Lolic, wonderful first time pass to Dzeko. Enyema comes out. Salihowicz! With an open net to pass into. Bosnia and Herzegovina restore a little bit of order. And it's their own substitute, Zehad Salihowicz, with a little bit of humiliation for the Nigerians. Musa. Babatunde! Oh, it was a stifling connection. Salihowicz. 4 minutes left and Bosnia are having fun here. And Hajrovic gets the 5th. Absolute goal fest here in Cueva. And if I was an Romanian, I would be worried for match day 3. Bosnia are making the case for World Cup dark horses. Pjanic spreads the play to Lolic. Dzeko flicks it on to Pjanic. It's 6. A sexy 6 from a sexy run of play. Second goal of the game, and what a game. The Roma playmaker is had. It's a side that took Argentina to their limits and have absolutely torn apart and feasted on the bodies of the Nigerians. And just in case you wasn't sure, Nigeria are out of the World Cup. Salihowicz with the perfect pass to Dzeko. Nigeria are all over the place. Dzeko! And he will have to wait a little bit longer for his first goal. Not to worry, because we have had 8 of them tonight. It's only fitting we begin Group G with 2 countries who share the same initial. But that's all they have in common with the title of the group. They haven't exactly owned Group G. In fact, both Germany and Ghana are scurrying to save their positions in the tournament. Boateng Crosses it in for Costa. It's taken less than 5 minutes. It's Germany's faithful World Cup hero Mario Götze, who gets recognition in the early stages of the World Cup. Jerome Boateng provides the assist against his brother's country. Aye swings in the cross for Atsu. And it takes a confusing bounce of which, if this was on target, Neuer might have been in trouble. Götze evades Atsu. Thomas Müller searching ball for Özil. Asamoah tries to get a touch on it but fails. Özil tried to be creative in the circumstance, but his accuracy fails him. Müller. Nice flick to Toni Kroos. Kroos! There was some dip, some bend on that. Bolasai knows his goal well because he wasn't worried about it. Gian waiting for support from Andre Ayew. Andre Ayew cuts inside, Boateng brings him down. It's a penalty kick to Ghana. It's a yellow card to Boateng. Provided the assist for the Germans' first goal. And they provided an assist for Ghana's equaliser. Asamoah Gyan, the captain, versus Manuel Neuer, who goes the right way but applies the wrong kind of pressure to the save. The so-called baby jet Asamoah, providing a little air show of his own with his moves. The Black Stars back in it. And back in the World Cup for now. And Jerome and Kevin Prince Boateng evening the scores between themselves. Boateng setting up Gian to make a fool of Mertesacker. Mertesacker can't keep up and Neuer comes out into no man's land. It's a brace for the baby jet. Asamoah Gyan with his second goal puts the Ghanaians in front 5 minutes after equalising. Neuer, normally reliable as a fully pumped tyre, when he comes screaming out a goal like this, but this time just a little bit flat. Well, Boateng brings down his brother, and when the referee comes screaming over like that, you know you're getting another yellow card. And he has been sent off for bringing down his brother. Jerome Boateng kicks the leg right out of his older brother's leg. Gian turning his body on the volley. Imagine securing your hat-trick with a goal like that. Long. Back to Özil, sends one into Müller to save the day. Atsu up in the sky, but Boateng is too far away. Ayew to collect the pieces, Boateng. Good save from Neuer. Özil getting away from Kwaku Asamoah. Özil hits a brick wall, but Croatia doesn't flinch. Müller, Hernandez, Miroslav Klose, he leaves Rodso Pet. Klose! It's an equaliser! And it's an historic moment for Miroslav Klose, who scores in his 4th consecutive World Cup. That's a record in of itself. Perhaps his knees are getting a little too old for the classic somersault, but the super sub has done his job. Atsu. Kramer can't keep up, and it shows because he's brought him down. Kramer has been sent off. Christoph Kramer joins Jerome Boateng in the showers. Germany down to 9 men. Can it get any worse? Yes. The dream start for the Germans is unfolding into a living nightmare for Die Mannschaft. An own goal to add insult to the injury of the 2 red cards for Germany. And shockingly, they are heading out of the World Cup. And Boateng has unleashed Asamoah Gyan on his brother's country. Gyan couldn't completely close up shop. Jordan Ayew. Gyan at the near post. Not that it matters because Die Mannschaft die and Ghana survive. Portugal versus the United States. The Seychelles versus the Stars and Stripes. Both sides sharing 3 points apiece, keen to knock one another off the top of that Group G throne. The first big challenge of a reformed United States in this World Cup as they take on favourite Portugal. Long throw from Muzik coming up, flicked on, and Dempsey pinches the goalpost. Clint Dempsey actually scored from a similar fashion in the real Portugal-USA game with the chest. Corner from Quentra. And an orthodox clearance from Tim Howard, didn't want to pick it up for some reason. Bradley, look at the space that Dempsey has to run into. It's Clint Dempsey. Dempsey fires USA in front of Portugal. It's a downplayed celebration despite the fantastic solo effort. So Mr. Sister say this game is far from over. It's fitting that Portugal's shirts are red because they parted like the Red Sea. And this time the goalpost is on the side of the Stars and Stripes. Is it going to be a Ronaldo special? And there's a trademark knuckleball. And Tim Howard was deceived by it, so it's going to be another corner. Quentra once again. And Nani couldn't quite find his feet in time. Practically clears it into the Amazonas. And Graham sees he find a space for a cross in. Dempsey's there. Quentra. It's a clever pass to Ronaldo. Martinho keeps Tim Howard on his toes. Ronaldo goes down by Beasley, and the referee ignores it. Martinho, good hold at play. Held up Postiga. Oh, Johnson's gone down. Postiga, can he nick it in? He just about squeezes it into the roof of the net. Held up Postiga is the saviour for Portugal for the second game in a row. A shambolic miscommunication in defence, as catastrophic as their own country's leadership. Really, who's claiming this? Howard or Johnson? Which one? Postiga leaps over his carcass to score the tap-in. And the USA's backline is shaped like a star. They're all over the place as Nani's able to walk with free rein through the defence. Nani! Oh, Ronaldo is just too far away. USA are losing their grip on the game. First time cross from Rafa Silva. And Almeida has the height. Beckerman backheel to Bradley. Comfortable save for Patricia. Nani. For Silva. Almeida buries it. And Portugal's strikers are on form. Held up Postiga's replacement, Hugo Almeida, comes off the bench to take the lead for Portugal for the first time in this game. It's a powerful strike with the right boots. 5 minutes left on the clock. Altidore doesn't quite catch it. A successful comeback in qualification to the second round for Portugal. It's the Red Devils versus the Red Army in Rio. Can Belgium's golden generation light up Group H with more goals than they did in their first game? Well, De Bruyne sends a warning shot to the Russians with that cannon. Vertonghen. Hazard. Lukaku. De Bruyne back to Hazard. Good move from Belgium. Well scouted by Akinfeev, but look how easily Belgium make this look. Samedov. Vertonghen trying to keep him in check. Coquelin gets the last touch. Alderweireld to Dries Mertens. De Bruyne. Oh, and his leg is taken out from underneath him. And the culprit is Sergei Ignatьevich. Can't say I blame him much. The pace of De Bruyne is unflappable. Hazard versus Akinfeev. 1-0 to Hazard. And Belgium take the lead. Welcome to the World Cup, Eden Hazard. His best years are ahead of him yet. No messing about, straight down the middle. Witsel. De Bruyne, Belgium moving the ball around with complete ease. Lukaku, he's just bounced it underneath the body of Akinfeev. It's far from clean, such a subtle, gentle strike from the powerful Romelu Lukaku. Second goal of the World Cup. And almost by complete fluke. Was it a heavy first touch? Was it a dodgy connection? Doesn't matter. The Russians are 2-0 down. Dembele. Mertens. De Bruyne readjusts. Kevin De Bruyne causing all kinds of headaches. The migraines from Mother Russia. Hazard. De Bruyne cuts inside. Unleashes another powerful strike. About 10 seconds left of added time. Just enough time for De Bruyne to get his well-earned goal. And that rounds off a stellar World Cup performance from Kevin De Bruyne. What a career this young man has ahead of him. Doesn't miss a beat with that finish. And Belgium have qualified without conceding a single goal. Porto Alegre will see the World Cup Matchday 2 send-off between Algeria and the slightly worse for wear South Korea. Roughhoused by the Russians on their opener, will the Desert Foxes Algeria pick up the scraps? Kujachil has found Son. Couldn't finish it though. Slimani. Bentaleb. Shot suppressed, but it rolls all the way through. Left a couple of bodies in their wake too. Free kick opportunity for South Korea. Kujachil converts. The captain gives South Korea the lead. The Tigers of Asia are in front in this World Cup for the first time. Their supporters will enjoy this one for sure. Mahrez. Feguli slips as he makes a crucial strike. Slimani slams on the brakes. Mahrez takes the touch. So much power. The setup was so good. How did he not finish? Laser-guided wrath behind that shot. Mahrez is broken through to tight air. Great save from Johnson Wong. Algeria coming forward with some relentlessness. Yebda, beautiful! Beautiful goal for the Algerians. Hassan Yebda feeds the Foxes with their goal. Their first goal of 2014. And it's a pretty one. Leans back and lobs the keeper with a little bit of help from the crossbar. Tied there. Feguli knocks it back to Slimani. Wonderful save. Algeria is so close to taking the lead. Long ball for Son. It's knocked down for the captain. He can't reach it. Well, it's progress for both nations. 1 point apiece. Let's take a look at the tables. Group A has plateaued. The hosts' hopes have been postponed. The world champions Spain are on the ropes. Greece and the Ivory Coast have dominated. They're on their way through to the second round. Impressive comeback from Italy and England, yet to find their first World Cup win. Great start for France's golden generation. They are through to the second round. It wasn't pretty, but Argentina have booked their place in the last 16. Group G stands for Germany gone from the competition, and Belgium quite comfortably through to the second round as well. Neymar and Bonny improved their positions in the goal-scoring charts. Mitroglou scores the first hat-trick of 2014, and Cavani and Rooney in healthy form too. So, what's your thoughts and predictions for the final dramatic group stage games? Will Brazil, England and champion Spain find their footing and qualify for the World Cup knockout stages? And was you surprised to see Germany eliminated by Ghana? Is your country still in the World Cup? Let me know below.